Hello everyone, I'm SteampunkMiner and welcome to Lands of Zankar. So today, first thing I want to work on is the fishing hut. So we're over here in the area that I have scouted out to build the fishing hut, and we're going to build it right there behind me. It's going to be standing up on a couple of pillars, and there'll be a dock that will extend out into the water right there. And then, if time allows, and in the future, I will be terraforming parts of this area to look like a volcanical tropical area. I think it'll look really awesome once I get it done. So let's hop right into it. And yeah, here we go. So if we go over here, I've got this chest full of materials. Basically my little workstation here. So these are the materials that we're going to make use of for building the fishing hut. So we are going to need a handful of spruce planks. So let's grab a bunch of these. Maybe let's get us a good chunk going here. Let's grab some spruce ones. Yep, spruce. Okay, let's do a good stack of those. All right. That's going to be good. All right. And then I think the first thing I want to work on is actually making the dock here. So let's head over here and start working on that. So the dock is going to extend out probably right here or so, because then the building is going to be up against the cliffside here. So what we need to do first is get all of these trees out of the way like we've done. This is probably a good amount of area. Alright, so as you can see, I've got this area cleared out. So what we're going to start with is probably getting the platform set up first, so I have enough space to build the actual fishing hut. So we're going to build up the platform off the edge of this cliff. And then we're going to have a staircase that will come down and will come across here and feed into a dock right here. And we'll also have a little staircase here to get up onto the dock. And then we can climb our way up into the fishing hut. So I'm going to start with the platform there. So here we go. We've got all the pillar supports in now. So now what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go back through and remove all of these. And I'm going to be placing in the dark prismarine stairs to go all the way around the edge, as well as some oak fences right across the top of that. So now we have the support pillars in and the outside edge going. It's looking pretty awesome. The next step I'm going to do is fill in the platform that the fishing hut will be resting on, as well as build the center supports that will be helping to support the house in the center. I'm going to get on that and be right back. There we go, we got our platform in. We've got a bunch of spruce slabs and a little bit of oak slab mixed in to just kind of give it some weathered feel. I might actually go back through and swap out some of these for some spruce as well, and possibly break a few. I don't know, I haven't decided quite yet if I want this place to look really run down or just kind of weathered. So we'll figure that out. And right here, there's going to be a staircase that's going to go up there at some point. And yeah, so the next step is going to be getting the bottom foundation in here, as well as getting some light in here, because we don't want mobs spawning down here. Oh, we ran out of spruce wood, unfortunately. I've been growing a couple here, but Tahumahu's going to get us a bunch of wood. He's gathering it right now, and then he's going to make his way over here and drop off 2 stacks for us, which should be plenty for us to be able to get this build finished. So I'll be meeting up with him here shortly. Nice. This will be very helpful. Thank you so much. Ooh. Okay. And then in the meantime, when I was waiting, I got another 44. So yeah, this should be plenty.
Okay.
Do you want to take a look what I got so far? So I needed the spruce so I could start doing the stairs, because I'm going to have staircase thing that'll border along this edge here. So that's where I ran out of spruce. Yeah,
oh, you got plenty now.
Yeah, so this is the under platform, and then up here is where the actual hut's going to be built. it'll have a side door here, and then the little fish sign I put on top is going to be viewable from out there, because ideally people come in from the water onto the dock, which the dock's going to be over here in this spot. I haven't quite decided exactly how I'm going to do it. I think I might have it go this way and then curve up. Alrighty, so we had a nice little chat with Ta here. We've got some bunch of ideas going for the lore of the world, which is going to help develop the story a whole lot more. And he also brought us lots of spruce wood, and in this right here, this acacia was also donated by Tainro, so everyone's been contributing, as well as Skunkee getting the dark prismarine for me there. We went and took on a guardian temple over near my area in Tinker's Reserve, so I'll be showing you bits of clips of that here shortly, probably after we get this finished and constructed. I'll put those in there for you guys to check out, and if there's not enough time, I'll probably make a additional video so you guys can see the whole adventure of us taking on that water monument. Alright, so now that we have the spruce, we can get to putting in the understructure down there. So I'm going to craft up a bunch of stairs, get them placed in over there, and I'll bring you guys back in once I've got that. And I might also start working on the staircase that's going to take us up onto the top of there, as well as maybe even building out the dock. So I'll bring you guys back in once I've made some progress. And here's what I got so far. I've got the dock here. I've got this first set of fences to prevent people from, falling off. And then the second set here has these little edges when the boats come in. Someone can like step off down here and pull in the boat, And then we've got our pillager patrol just out there in the ocean, They're going somewhere, I don't know quite where. Then we have the staircase here, which I'm still working on it. Trying to figure out what it is that is missing. Something just doesn't quite feel right here. So I'm gonna play around a little bit. Maybe I'll add in some trapdoors, possibly. Finish getting in the fences. Yeah, because I feel like even though it's got some really cool shape and stuff to it, it still feels flat. So here we are. We've got this dock, the top area done here. If we come down here, we've got the stairway. We've got some trapdoors sitting on the top of here, and then some lanterns on top of those. That kind of varies as we go down. Might need to put another lantern there, but this is looking pretty cool, I think. And here's the dock. This is a nice little extra here, and then we have these two little things here. So, if you step out of a boat and you don't want to like plummet all the way down into the water, right? So there's this little ledge that's a bit lower that you can step onto to be able to pull the boats in. And if we take a look here from a distance, we've got some trapdoors just kind of scattered throughout to kind of make it look a little more kind of run down is kind of what I'm thinking. And then I'm liking these fence posts down here at the bottom. They make it a little bit more messy, but then these trapdoors add some nice like evenness to it. And it's a nice little mix, I think. And that looks really cool. Glowing in the dark. Alright, here we go. So now the next step is actually building the little fishing hut that'll be up on top of our platform here. Now, this needs to be adjusted a little bit, I think, actually. Now that I think about it. Because I did do this a little bit differently. So we're going to move these out of the way real quick. Okay, and then each corner is going to be just like this. And we're going to have 2 spaces between each corner. So that's going to go right there. And this one is going to go right there. Yep. And these will go 3 high each. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Okay, so here we go. I had actually decided to change up the build just a little bit. I kind of like the look of this rather than what I had before. So we're going to have spruce in each of these corners, just like this, and then we have the fences holding it up, and then we're going to strip all these logs that are going to be part of the actual fishing hut here. Knock all those down. Yeah, perfect. There we go. We got all of our corners in. Got to grab a few more spruce logs over there to get this corner finished, and then we're going to start building in the walls here. Okay, there we go. I've made a couple of adjustments here. I wanted to make sure that the inside of this is a bit more square, so I had to adjust this entrance over a bit, but that works out quite nicely because then we have the entrance here on the left into the hut, or we have to the right where we can go over here and up the stairs that's going to be there later. So that kind of divides it nicely and shows you there's obviously two ways you can go here rather than just one in the center. So that's looking pretty good. And if we come in here, we can see the walls here. We put a window here so we can view the ocean, or lake, ocean, lake. And then we also have a window here, which is nice for viewing. And then we don't need to see back here so much, just a forest. And I might actually also include a small window here as well. But yeah, this is kind of the pattern I'm going for down here. It's a lot of spruce, a little bit of the terracotta, and yeah, it's looking pretty good. So now I'm going to work on putting the rest of these walls together, and once I got those in, as well as a bit of the floor change. In fact, if we look here, this right here is all going to be switched out and turned into some lime terracotta just to add a nice splash of color. So I'm going to go grab those few bits and pieces, and I'll be right back. So now that we've got the walls going here, we're going to bring in some acacia here. So we're actually going to pull out our scaffolding at this point, because I need to get up on top here. And here's how this is going to go. We need to have put a plank in the corner for the time being. There we go. So now we're going to have these stripped acacia logs coming across here, as well as right here. Okay. I believe I want to do this. Yep, there we go. And then we're going to strip all these. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, that's looking great. And then we're going to do that all the way across the top here. Now that we have the acacia all along this edge here, we're going to take some spruce stairs and we're actually going to line the inside with upside down stairs here. So I'm going to go ahead and fill that in for the first layer. So this actually hides the orange from the inside, so that's also not so much in here, because I want the inside to be a little bit lighter or calmer, darker looking, rather than as bright as the outside, because we want the outside to be very bright and attractive, as we can see with the acacia strip logs here. It looks pretty cool, right? Now the next step is going to be getting the roof on here, and the roof is actually very unique looking. Let me grab the materials for that, and we'll get that put into place. So the first part of this is going to be something like this. So we're going to do 2 slabs, and then we're going to take them and make a nice line all the way across, connecting each of these sections. So like this, I would go and do it just like that, and every little extra space like this will have this kind of a pattern. So let me get that all filled in. And then what I'm going to do in the underside here, right over here, right there is going to be some jungle trapdoors. Now, this is the edge of the roof, so that's where it starts. And then the roof's going to actually go in one, so that we can start building, and it'll have a nice little extra piece there to make it look just a little bit more interesting. Alright, so we're going to start with the staircase right here, and we're going to do just this pattern here where you go the opposite direction each time with the staircase until it comes up to roughly a point. So I'm going to do that here. These will be the last 2 bits, like this, and then we're going to take a slab. I'll put a slab in between. So that's the edge of that roof, and then we're going to do the same thing over here. Okay, so our next step is to fall off the scaffolding. Okay, our next step is going to be placing in some dark prismarines. Now, the pattern I'm going to do for this is going to be rather interesting. So I'm going to do every other block is a dark prismarine. Now, after that, we're going to go fence, 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 fence here. And then we're going to grab dark prismarine and do it same thing every other. Boop, boop, boop. Yep, just like that. That's looking pretty good, right? And then we'll come over here and we're going to do the same thing. We'll put dark prismarine in the middle on the two edges, and then we can put fences in, just like so. I am actually going to switch these out. I want to do spruce stairs, which is over there. Be right back. Alright, as we're walking back, you can get a nice view of how that's going to look. Doesn't that just look really cool? I'm loving this build. It's probably my favorite build I've done so far. Though my starter house is pretty nice too. Alright, so now if we go up here, we're going to jump to this point. We're going to do spruce to fill in all of these spaces. Oh, right, and we're actually going to keep this as acacia so that the topper piece is going to be acacia. And then the filler part of the roof will be spruce. Okay, and like that. And then we need our slabs, which we don't have. Okay, so now I'm just going to build up the roof now. Fill in all of this side. Okay, so now I need to pull out the dark prismarine stairs because we're going to actually build in a window right here. Alrighty guys, so I'm out of time for this episode, so we're gonna have to continue the fishing hunt a little bit later in the next episode. So I really hope you enjoyed this. I want to say thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. I'll be fishing in the meantime. Do, 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 do. Ah, such a beautiful view. Fishies. Where are you, fishies? Come here, fishies. And oh,